Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. I know you've had some success here on SmackDown, but I have some constructive criticism if you're mature enough to handle it.
I'd like to think I am. What is it?
I found some holes in your game. Several, in fact. And if you don't repair those holes, they'll get bigger, and you'll never make it to the next level.
Really?
Yes, really. You can ignore what I'm saying and accept mediocrity, or you can take my advice, train hard, and better yourself.
I don't know. What do you get out of all this?
Other than the satisfaction of helping someone become the best version of themselves? Potentially a tag team partner. But only if you accept my help and address your weaknesses. I can make a slideshow if it'll help make this any clearer.
I don't think that will be necessary.
Okay, so what's your answer? Do you want my help or no?
I want to be the best I can be. So let's do this.
Great! I'm going to run you through an intense program of challenges that will pinpoint and correct each of your weaknesses. First up, your toughness. From what I've seen, it's lacking.
Agree to disagree.
No. Agree to agree. To fix this deficiency, I want you to go start a fight with Riddle and win. Got it?
All right.
This superstar looks determined tonight.
Whoa, from behind!
They're gonna settle this right now. Backstage is where you can lay waste to your opponent in a hurry.
I saw what you did against Riddle. Could have been worse.
I took down one of the toughest guys on the roster, and that's all you can say?
It was a step in the right direction, but you have more leaks in your boat to repair if you want to be the best version of yourself.
Okay, so what leak are we fixing next?
I see holes in your submission game. Prove me wrong in a submission match. And I'll be out there watching in person, so no shortcuts, because...
Shortcuts are bad?
No, we've been over this. If you take shortcuts, you get cut short. Now come on, start paying attention and don't let me down.
Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming. Slammer holds in. That submission forces the tap out. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Keith.
Nice win in the submission match last week. But when I was out there, I noticed you rely on reversals way too much. That's a hole in your game I didn't even know existed. You're turning out to be a bigger project than I thought.
You're not giving up on me, are you?
No, never. It's just going to take more work than anticipated. First, let's nip this reversal issue in the bud. In your next match...
Yep, and no shortcuts, because if you take shortcuts, you get cut short.
There just might be hope for you after all.
After all that punishment, he had no choice but to tap out. And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner, Keith.
You're progressing nicely with your training, but we still have more to fix.
Okay. What's next, coach?
We've talked a lot about shortcuts, and one of the ultimate shortcuts in sports entertainment is top rope maneuvers. You might remember my presentations on the risks these moves involve and my support of the no-fly zone.
Of course. How could I forget the NFZ?
Abbreviations are verbal shortcuts.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So your next match will be contested under no-fly zone rules for both you and your opponent. Let's see if your ground game can get the job done.
Submission being locked in. A tap out. Really no shame in losing that way. An emphatic victory.
Here is your winner, Keith.
I have some bad news. You failed the Drew Gulak training program.
What do you mean? I did everything you told me to do. I passed all your tests.
Sorry, you just don't have what it takes. There were too many holes to fix and not enough time. I'll need to look elsewhere for a partner.
No, I will not accept this. I'm light years better than I was when we started training together, and you know it.
Okay. You passed your final test. Good job.
Huh?
Your last weakness was perseverance, but you just refused to accept failure. You're now truly ready to be my partner. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, now that the easy part is over, let's get to work. We have our first match teaming together next week. If you apply everything you learned, we'll be holding tag team gold in no time. Go celebrate for a few minutes, then we'll start breaking down film on our opponents. This is going to be fun.
Suplex for the pin and the win! Yes! 1, 2, 3. After weeks of training together, Drew Gulak and his partner looked like quite the team here tonight.
I was curious to see how they'd work together, and they didn't disappoint.
What was that? Drew Gulak just turned on his partner. Apparently that's the first and last time we'll see these two team up. Unbelievable.
Drew, you trained with your partner for weeks and finally teamed together tonight for the first time, but then, for some reason, you attacked him after the match. Can you explain why?
I'd be happy to. You see, when we were training together, everything was so easy for him, okay? No matter what test or challenge I threw at him, he passed with flying colors. And the whole time he had this attitude about it, almost like he was doing me the favor instead of the other way around. And then, when we finally teamed together, he just had to get the win, right? It was his way of trying to one-up me, because he thinks he's so great. Well, I've got news for him. He's not, and I'll prove it. Because he thought he passed all the tests, well, he didn't. I'm the final test, and this time, he's going to fail.
So, you're challenging him to a match?
Yes, but not just any match. I want to see if he actually learned anything. So I'm proposing a match with no shortcuts allowed, which means no running, no escaping the ring, and no top rope moves. Now we'll find out who's got holes in their game and who doesn't.
Each competitor showing they've done their homework. Great counter. Back and forth. Drew Gulak with the Irish whip on his former student.
Wait, was that legal in this match?
He tripped over the ropes. And with the referee down, Gulak is showing you exactly the kind of man he is, breaking the rules that he proposed.
Yeah, he's showing you that he's intelligent and an opportunist. The no-fly zone has been temporarily lifted.
Leaving the ring, another rule violation.
And early to the steel steps. Drew Gulak is completely taking advantage of this situation. He has no integrity.
This is ridiculous.
And of course, just as the referee recovers, Gulak initiates a side headlock.
What's wrong with that? It's perfectly legal.
Yeah, after he broke 3 other rules.
You guys are nerds. He is just reeling from that offense.
Yeah, Cole, but at this point in the match, you still haven't lost the edge.
Into the neck breaker.
Uh-oh. High angle belly to back suplex.
Hold on, is he thinking of a submission here?
Sleeper holds in.
Oh no, this is not what he wants to be.
Yeah, but can he win tonight? Man, tap out.
And you can put this singles match in the books.
Here is your winner, Keith.
The WWE.
You know what one of my favorite sounds in the world is? Here.
Holds in. Oh, body is not meant to bend. Tap out. It's over. All in a nice work.
Here is your winner, Keith.
I love the New Day and Big E, but when I've had a bad day, I don't want to see the powerhouse of positivity. I want to see carnage.
This superstar looks determined tonight.
Whoa, from behind.
They're gonna settle this right now.
We have some commotion back.
It's not gonna be pretty. Go to sleep.
My podcast listeners absolutely love to cheer on a villain. After all, morality and playing fair can be a bit stale. So they'd lose their minds to see you crush someone's...
To submit. An emphatic victory.
Here is your winner, Keith.
Heard you're bad-mouthing me in the locker room, saying the camera angles I shoot you from are making you look...
2-minute bend through. Tap, tap, tap. He taps out. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Keith.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
I know you and I have mostly been doing our own thing on SmackDown, but I think it's time for that to change.
Why is that?
Because we have a special bond from training together at the PC. Even though we weren't always on the same page, that bond is still there. It means something.
Just tell me what you want.
What I want is the Intercontinental Championship. And I want you to help me get it. I already have my old buddy Nakamura here, and there's power in numbers. If you'll join us.
Okay, I'm willing to give this a shot. What's your plan?
I've already had a couple matches, but he's always found a way to escape with his championship. So with our help, you're going to beat him. Then give me a title match. Deal?
So how about tonight I get his attention? He has a match scheduled, but I'll make sure he never makes it to the ring.
I like it. See? I have a feeling this is gonna work out just fine.
What's happening here?
He's ambushing Big E. That's what's happening.
He's not even scheduled to face Big E tonight. Somebody needs to get out here and put an end to this. Submission locked in. He had nowhere to go. He had to give up.
An unbelievable handicap match, Vic.
Here are your winners, Keith, Paragon Champ.
we have a new Intercontinental Champion.
I think Big E might have gotten in over his head taking on this new group. He was able to fend off Paragon for a while, but this was just too much tonight.
I'd like to see how Big E does in a fair one-on-one match with no outside involvement. Then we'll talk. Forces a tap out.
The champion retains. Here is your winner, and still the WWE Intercontinental.
Once again.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Keith.
Wrestle perhaps the perfect match. Never any doubt in this win.
Never a doubt. Barely a moment's suspense. This one...